Tap in, family. Tap in. Tap in. Tap in. Tap in, family. Tap in. Tap in. Tap in. Go ahead and tag somebody. Go ahead and tag somebody that you know that's paying bills the long way. Tag somebody that you know that works hard, but they just need some type of information. All right, they need some type of lead way, some type of head start. All right, peace and love, y'all. Peace and love, y'all. Good day on this consultation. Second Chance Enterprise. I'm gonna do your consultation tomorrow, brother. All right, for the brother that's I'm gonna do your consultation tomorrow. Scout's honor. I promise you. Tomorrow, 12 p.m. But I'm gonna get to your message when I get done with this. But everybody, tag somebody. Please tag somebody. Tag somebody that you know that is working. Tag somebody that you know is working. All right, tag somebody that you know is trapping. Tag somebody that you know is scamming. Yes. Tag them, bring them. We trying to baptize them. We trying to bring these folks on the right path. Okay, if you know somebody that's scamming right now, tag them. Okay, yes. All right, tag them. Okay, if you know anybody that's still working, tag them. If you know anybody that ain't working, tag them. All right, because they need to know where they can go to get some information to free them. Okay, and what I mean by freedom is it's not money, family. Like, people think you'll be free just because you have some money. False. All right, if you don't have the information, family, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Okay, so just talking a little bit about the LA event. Appreciate everybody for coming out. The building that we had, the AC wasn't working at first, y'all. It was hot as a motherfucker in there. What? I walked in, I'm like, what the hell? All right, they was trying to get the AC together, start kicking in. But sheesh, it felt like I was a pastor at a church down south, y'all. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, but yeah, but other than that, wonderful event. A lot of folks came out. There was a lot of powerful people in the building as well. So yeah, we had 248 people. All right, so that was straight love right there. Okay, and I hope everybody got the information that they needed. All right, for those that attended the class, the replay will be available. Give us till Friday, Saturday. For everyone else, no one else will be able to see what went down at the California event. Okay, that was a locked in event. For those that attended, is the only ones that can get that footage. All right, for those that could not make it, all right, I will be doing an online class. What is August 19th? I want to say the 19th. Is it 19th? Is that a Saturday? But yeah, I'll be doing a class August 19th, which is a Saturday. All right, so that will be online. That class will be 100. All right, link will be in my bio. It may be in my bio right now. But yeah, that will be 100 for those that did not make the California event. You can catch my online event that will be August 19th. Okay, August 19th. Make sure I got this plugged in. August 19th. Go ahead and circle your dates. Okay, we're going to be going over the court. All right, how to beat eviction. Okay. All right. How to beat eviction. Okay. Definitely more so over the court. We already did in Florida. We already did a Florida event. We did Miami. I want to say about 4 months ago we did Miami. All right, the next in-person class will be in Chicago. That will be in September. All right, so Chicago in September. My next online class will be next month in August 19th. All right, link is in the bio. So yeah, y'all, just wanted to let y'all know. Yeah, we come to the Midwest. Chicago for sure. Chicago for sure. So everybody that's in Chicago, go ahead and get your mind right. All right, I'm gonna have a VIP. I'm gonna have this last California event. I didn't have a VIP. Wish I could have. But this Chicago, I will have a VIP event. How are court judgments handled since they don't have an amount? You have to utilize the interest that's inside of the case. All right, you got to figure out what's the judgment. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I would need to know like the Who's asking for what? Who's the plaintiff? Who's the defendant? Because that's what matters. Are you defending the claims or? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all gotta just grab a class, y'all. Yeah, we're coming to LA. Next one was gonna be Chicago. Alright, that's gonna be Chicago. Alright, this one gonna be Chicago. Online event is next month. So again, those online events, y'all, it's more longer. Alright, because we're not pressed for time. Those in-person classes were pressed for time in the building. So yes, we're gonna be going over apartment leases as well in this class, August 19th. What's your opinion on child support? No opinion on it. That person just had to do the administrative process as well. Is everything in the online class is from the LA event? Yes. But I'm gonna be going over a little bit more than the LA event because I was pressed for time in LA. So I could talk about more. Which class teaches how to endorse to charge a car loan? Family. It's all the same, family. It's all the same. There's no specific class like, hey, this class is for car. Hey, this class is for house. It's all the same. It's all the same, family. All the same. New material. Y'all, it's all the same material, family. It's the only thing different is some more things added. But at the end of the day, the basics are the same. You will never come to my class and just hear something totally damn different. A lot of people be saying, oh, is this going to be a little different? And I be wondering, like, why do people keep buying the same class? It's the same class, family. Like, but this one, we're going to be more of court that I haven't really talked about in my other classes and more based on, like, apartment leases and eviction. So that's what this class is more going to be geared to. How do you serve with no job? I don't understand what that question is, family. But yeah. So, so just a little overview about what's gonna be in the class. All right. So why are we talking about evictions? All right, because don't you think don't you think life would be completely different, all right, if you didn't have to worry about rent every month? What do you think about that? How would your life be if you didn't have to pay a mortgage? Think about that. Let that marinate a little bit. Think about how your life would be if you didn't have to pay any rent or a mortgage. All right, y'all done thinking about it? How am I surviving with no job if you don't have any money? Well, let's break that down, family. So the question was, how do I live with no job? Well, first question would be, why would a person need a job? I know the obvious. A person gonna say, well, you need to eat. You gotta pay bills. No job, no bills, no. Trust me, family, you can still have bills with no job. Meaning, when you know what to do with that bill, you're not going to need a job. You're only doing a job so you can pay a bill, right? Right. When you understand what this is that I'm talking about and what it is that I'm trying to put out, it's showing you how to perform the bill instead of paying the bills. All right. So it's you got to kind of understand what's going on. It's a performance. If you don't want to perform, you need a job. So if you don't want to do what I'm talking about right now, a person is going to need a job because either you're going to pay or you're going to perform. So I'm trying to, I teach people how to perform so they don't have to pay. Now, do I teach people to stop paying and perform? No, keep paying, learn how to perform. All right. So once all your performance goes through, all the payments that you've paid, you'll get it back. All right. If you don't believe me, let's look at this. Can everybody go to we got the phone out today. It's teaching time. Okay, so everybody pull up 15 USC 1615 for me. 15 USC 1615. All right. 15 USC 1615. All right. Comment 8 when you get there. Put an 8 when you get there. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let's read. Let's read. Let's read. Make sure y'all following 15 USC 1615. Can somebody comment that for the people that's just tapping in? All right. So what we're about to look over is what is supposed to happen after you perform. What happens to the money that you've already paid? How many of y'all done paid off a car? How many of y'all done paid off a whole apartment? Meaning you done paid a whole lease off and you done moved somewhere. All right. So we at 15 USC 1615. Comment 8 when you're there. All right. Let's read. 15 USC 1615. Prohibition on use of Rule of 78s in connection with mortgage refinances and other consumer loans. All right. So let's read. A. Prompt refund of unearned interest. Let me pause right there. Now, what is unearned interest? What is this unearned interest Congress is talking about? All right, meaning y'all see what it says, prompt refund of unearned interest. So before we even read this, who is the refund due to? All right, so before we even read this, let's talk about it for a little bit. If somebody must promptly refund unearned interest, okay, who is receiving this refund? Who's receiving this refund? Exactly, it's us. Now, why would I receive a refund in an account that I've been paying on? For the brother that thinks we need a job, why would I receive a refund for something that I'm supposed to be paying off? All right, so let's watch this. Let's read. All right, so it says, in general, if a consumer, let me stop right there. Who's the consumer? All right, because a lot of people say I don't break this stuff down. Let's break it down. Who is the consumer? Somebody about to answer wrong. Who's the consumer? We are which we. Which we. I'm going to go a little deeper. Principal. Exactly. The principal is the consumer. The principal is the consumer. I smell a seed in this weed. But yeah, a principal is the consumer. Okay? It's not we are. You got to know who the principal is. You're a natural person and you're an organization. The organization is the principal. Our all caps name is the principal. We do business through the consumer. I'm going to say it again. We do business through the consumer. Y'all ever watched Avatar? Meaning to operate on that realm, you had to operate through an avatar. Meaning you had to lay down in the little bed shit, and they had to activate your transfer your consciousness inside the avatar body. Now that avatar body is doing business on the avatar realm. All right, that's exactly what this is when we're doing business. All right, so you gotta understand who the consumer is. All right, you're controlling the consumer. All right, the consumer is dead until a live entity operates through it. You see what I'm saying? All right, so when you say the consumer is supposed to get it says if a consumer prepays. How do a consumer prepay something? Does everybody know what the word prepay means? Can somebody tell me what prepay means? I had somebody tell me, "Hey man, stop smoking on your video. It's not a good look." I said, "You know what ain't else a good look? Paying on the bill that's already paid." So you can tell me what I should do when you start moving the way you're supposed to move. All right, yeah, exactly. Pay in advance. So how does a consumer pay in advance? Because a lot of people think, "Oh, well, I just paid up for 6 months. I just put down for 6 months, knocked out 6 months." No, that's not prepayment, family. That ain't prepayment, family. How do one pay up front? How does one prepay an account? Did you know after you submit an application, everything that you come out your pocket, you're repaying something back? I'm gonna say it again. Repaying. We go from prepaying to repaying. How many times a bank told you you shall repay this amount back? Did you know you wasn't supposed to pay that? All right. Did you know that they paid you the coupons that you were supposed to pay to the account? That's why you don't need a motherfucking job. All right. That's why you don't need a fucking job. All right. It's insane to have a job because all bills are already prepaid. Now, what is the prepayment? The application. Did you know that your application was a security collateral? All right. Did you know your application was a security collateral, was a trust instrument? All right. Was a trust document. You put your trust name at the top, your all caps. You gave the trust number, all right, the access number to access the trust, and you signed it as the grantor. Yeah, you didn't put grantor, but only you could have activated that document. Meaning I couldn't go to the bank on your name and write your name, put your, you know what I'm saying, put my no, it wouldn't have worked like that. Meaning only the agent on the behalf of that name. That's not your name. That's the name of the consumer. There's a natural person that's controlling the consumer. All right, that's doing business on behalf of the principal. All right, so you got to understand when you utilize the principal and you fill out an application using the first name, last name, you just prepaid the account. Okay, now if you want to keep working to repay something, all right, then be my fucking guest. All right, but we are here to learn to enforce the prepayment so we don't have to keep repaying. All right, so let's keep reading. All right, so it says if a consumer, we already broke down who the consumer is. If a consumer prepays in full, meaning we submitted an application, it says in full the finance amount under any consumer credit transaction. Do y'all know what a consumer credit transaction is? It's any account that you had to provide your social security credit card number to. Okay. All right. It's the number, all right, that you utilize, meaning your social. If you had to give your social on any account, you, my friend, had just entered a consumer credit transaction. Now, can there be cash in comparisons to consumer credit transaction? Now, what do I mean by that? Meaning you're not supposed to be using cash in consumer credit transactions. Okay, this is not a consumer cash transaction. This is a consumer credit transaction. Now, did they ask for your social security credit number? All right. Yes. All right. And you gave it to them and they took that. And that's what opened up the account, family. All right. So let's keep reading. All right, so it says finance amount under any consumer credit transaction, the creditor. Now, I know that might throw you off because a lot of people say, well, I thought you said we're the creditors. It says the creditor shall promptly refund any unearned portion of the interest charged to the consumer. But isn't the creditor and the consumer the same one? Ah, my friend, when we basically go through banks, they are acting creditors for the time being. I'll say it again. They are acting creditors for the time being. How do I know this? Because a lot of people are still paying banks thinking that they're the creditors. All right? Because the bank had a little bit of power. It's like that one person that let power go to their head. Like, all right, sit your ass down somewhere, man. Chill out, borrower. Sit your ass down. You ain't no motherfucking creditor. Shut up. All right, if you're the creditor, what the fuck did you need me for? Exactly. Okay? All right? It fucking exactly. All right, what did you need me for? All right, you needed me. All right, so we can open up this account. All right, then you was put in a trust situation. I gave you my trust instruments. You took my trust instruments. You turned around. You went to the Federal Reserve office or bank, and you got the Federal Reserves, all right, to pay off this account. All right, and what you did was send me a bill. All right, that's what those bills are coming from the Federal Reserve, family. Those bills, that interest is all coming from the deal that was done down at the Federal Reserve based off what that bank took to them. And they took your instruments, meaning your first name, last name. They utilized the principal's information to open up this principal account. All right, so whoever controls the principal is due the benefits. You see what I'm saying? So who's the only one that can run the principal inside of your accounts? You. All right. Now, if you don't do it, you out here working to pay the bill, you're letting them control your principal. That's why you're called a minor, a child. All right. So you got some people that's 20, 30, 40, 50, and they're letting other people run their accounts. That's for minors. And you're running around here calling yourself, well, I'm a minor. You know, that's not good, family. That's like calling yourself a bitch. Okay? Well, no, we know we children aren't bitches. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying being an adult and calling yourself a minor is as equivalent as an adult saying man or man saying I'm a bitch. Okay? Like, literally. Okay? That is one thing you don't want to say because you saying you a minor. Because let me go ahead and break that before we get to this. A lot of people say that they're a minor because they feel like there's more white people than there are melanated people. All right? And white people have melanin as well, but we're talking about, shades. All right? That is not true, family. All right? The only people that think there's more white people in America than there are other people is people that hasn't been around the nation. Okay? People that ain't never left their city. All right? People that literally goes off TV and shit. All right? Because before I went to Racine, Wisconsin, okay, I thought it was all just white people up there, y'all. We used to joke down south. If you talk proper, we'll be like, man, you sound like somebody from Wisconsin. Y'all, when I went to Wisconsin, I swear I thought I was in damn Milwaukee. Okay, I thought I was in Milwaukee. Okay, like so. Even I went to Davenport, Iowa. Man, I thought I was in fucking Gary, Indiana. All right, and you have to know. You see what I'm saying? Like, you would think certain things like, no, so that's all false. So calling yourself a minor, thinking that you're minor because there's less brown and black people, okay, it's the most uninformed shit imaginable, okay? All right, so go ahead and throw that shit out the way. So the real word for minor is calling yourself, I'm minor owner in my account. Meaning I get the minor benefits. Meaning I don't even get fucking benefits because I'm paying on my own benefits. Some of y'all got health insurance and you're paying monthly on health insurance. Now, y'all might not understand what that just said right there, but just know you already have insurance, okay? You just didn't know where to go or to ask or to even know that's what was going on. All right, so let's read again. All right, again, we have 15 USC 1615. It says prompt refund of unearned interest required. It says if a consumer, we already say who consumer is, prepays in full. How do I do that? With my application. All right. In full, the finance amount under any consumer credit transaction, the creditor, meaning the bank, all right, for the time being, because they're acting creditors, shall promptly refund any unearned portion of interest charged to the consumer. Now, let me ask somebody this. For y'all that's in the comments that never heard of this before, what interest are they talking about? I'm reading for 15 USC 1615. If the bank has to refund promptly, okay, where is this interest? What? Where's this? Why would they have to pay back if I've been paying the bill every month? Why would they need to pay it back? All right, so let's talk about it. All right, let's talk about it, because let's go to part 2. It says exception for refund of de minimis amount. It says no refund shall be required under paragraph 1. We just read paragraph 1. It said with respect to the prepayment of any consumer credit transaction if the total amount of the refund would be less than $1. Now, what did they just say right there? They just basically said if you paid over $1 on any of your accounts, everything over $1 is supposed to be promptly refunded back to you, family. Yes, that car that you paid off on and you was jumping for joy saying, thank you, Jesus, for allowing me to pay off my car that I've been paying off for 3 years. All right, first of all, God's children aren't debtors. All right, so if you've been in debt or you looking like yourself in debt, my friend, you're nowhere near God's children. And I'm going to go ahead and say it, you're more like Satan's child. Yeah. So y'all that was trying to throw that shit on me, yeah, you really throwing it on your motherfucking self. All right, because I'm a God's child. All right, I ain't no motherfucking debtor. All right, for those that think you a sinner, you motherfucking devil, you demon, you Satanist. All right, who the hell is coming into this realm saying I didn't do nothing wrong, but I'm a sinner? What? Get off your knees. Dust your knees off. All right? Because in the Bible, it doesn't say nothing about you are a debtor. Never. It says forgive us of our debts as we forgive the motherfucking debtor. All right? And we already read in 12 USC 1431 who the fucking debtor is. It's the goddamn banks. So if the banks is the damn devils and we are the creditors, meaning we are the gods, all right, we got to control the devil. Hey, devil, go there. Go there. I need you to do that and bring this for me. Okay? But my bad. I ain't get in my preacher stance. But let me just keep reading. So anything over $1, okay, they're supposed to give it back to you. Now, some of y'all have paid off a car. You have paid. Some of y'all still paying off something. You're paying off something that's already been paid, family. Okay? Why y'all think I call this the walking dead? All right? Because folks just walking with that. I can't even say your eyes closed. Man, folks is walking around with no soul. You know what I'm saying? My soul, before I learned all this, my soul was telling me, hey man, there's something out there. I don't know what it is, but there's something out there. My soul would always tell me that. I don't know what it is. That's why I was always job to job. Because my soul says, man, there's something better out there, man. You're not doing this for 20 fucking years to get a goddamn retirement. That is not what's about to happen. All right? That's not about to happen. I made that shit clear. That is not fucking happening. All right? And it was my soul that was telling me, yo, it's something out there. Some of y'all souls is so detached. Some of y'all are so detached from y'all souls that you are just in robot cruise controls. You don't listen to your soul. Your soul is trying to tell you, hey, there's more. You basically saying, shut the fuck up, soul. I got to do this. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all don't listen to your soul. And a lot of this is a spiritual game. You see what I'm saying? So, but anyway, all right. So if anything you spend over $1 for any account, family, it literally says here, the prepayment. So how do I enforce my prepayment? Remember, the prepayment is the application. Now, if you don't tell them to use the application for payment, do you really think they're going to use it for payment? So let me act like let's play roles right quick. Let's say I'm your issuer. I'm sending you your bill, all right, and you trying to endorse it, right? And you asking for your money back, all right? And then I say something like this, well, you say you prepaid it. When did you prepay it? And you tell me, my application prepaid. Well, I don't have nothing in writing saying that you wanted to utilize the application as the payment. Where's your tender to payment? Where is it? You never said you wanted to use the application. You've been paying every month. So you gotta, that's why you gotta be detailed in your letters. It's an administrative process. All right, because what you didn't do before, now you're trying to correct the account. You're trying to redress the account. All right, redress just mean correct. All right, so you only get your money back when you basically transfer the principal's balance, the entirety, the contract to the account. All right, because once that happened, now all that credit that you never used, you remember you've been paying with cash. So the credit they've been sending you every month, you've been throwing that shit to the side because you've been paying online. Or some of y'all in auto bill pay. You don't ever even fucking see the goddamn bill. You see what I'm saying? So you don't even see the line of credit that they're sending you every month because it's interest that they must pay. All right, so when you're getting these interest checks, really, that's what it is. You're looking at it like it's something you're supposed to pay off, and it's not, family. That's the insane lifestyle we have been trained to live. And that's what it is. And everybody keep trying to make jokes like, well, if we don't pay the bill, we're going to get kicked out. Duh. All right, because you don't know how to fucking perform. All right, nobody's telling people to stop paying their bills and don't do nothing. You're right. They will lose everything if they just stop paying their bills and don't do nothing. You got to know what's going on, family. It's not no shit you're going to learn in one video, 2 damn videos. Some people be trying to piece the video together, which is cool. You can go try. All right, but if you're going to step out on that porch, you got to be able to hold your own. All right, some of y'all trying to step off the porch, then having 1 foot in, like, okay, what do I do now? Like, hell nah, get your ass off the porch. If you're going to jump, you're going to jump. If not, just stay and keep studying. It's not no pressure. You've been paying bills this whole damn time. Keep paying bills a little longer till you understand what's going on. It's like people hear this and automatically be like, oh my gosh, I got to stop paying now. I got to hurry up and learn this. Like, oh, whoa. Relax. Chill the fuck out. Okay? All right, because now you're like a hungry lion. You know what I'm saying? You really eat anything that's in front of you, meaning you're not really being careful in how you moving. The wise man said, never feed a starving lion. All right, all right. So yeah, whenever the only time you get your money back, all right, is when you literally enforce the prepayment, because the only time you get a refund is when the consumer prepays in full, not partial. It says in full. You see what I'm saying? So then after that, you get all your money back, because when you prepay in full, utilizing the credits, now their books are off balance. All of that money that you gave them, now it looks like it's extra. Their books all over the goddamn place, and they got to give that unearned interest back to the consumer, because the consumer was never supposed to pay that unearned interest. Why do you think they call it unearned interest? All right, because it was a fucking donation. We just paying fucking bills, and they're not even earning that. They just sitting back saying, oh, pay me this, oh, pay me this, oh, pay me this. That's what's going on, family. All right, that's what's going on. All right, so I can give y'all a little quick glimpse of what's going to be in the August 9th class. All right, August 19th, my bad, August 19th. All right, I'm going to have an online class. August 19th, we're going to be going over evictions. We're going to be going over why the landlord must pay the rent for the tenant. So let me just read a little piece right now and just give y'all a glimpse of what's in store for the August 19th class. We just read 15 USC 16:15 just now, okay? But before we get to what I was just about to say, y'all pull up, and I said this before on my live before, but I just want to get everybody to see, so refresher. Y'all pull up 12 USC 1431. How many years can we recoup our funds, family? You can go back from the age of 18, family. Because at the age of 18 is when you were supposed to become the executor of your estate. But don't believe me. Just like I said, ask yourself, what's the statute of limitations on claiming equity? It's not one. It works for everything, family. It works for everything. It's not nothing that this doesn't work for. Yeah, equity don't have any time frame. All right, so we at 12 USC 1431. Powers and duties of the bank. So how many of y'all are paying back the banks? How many of y'all pay a bank back every month. If you pay a bank back or some type of loan you're paying back, all right, comment 4. All right, if you're paying a bank back, comment 4. Oh yeah, we went over a little bit of this in class as well. 4. Okay. Stay with me. For all y'all that are working to pay banks back, stay with me. Yes, you're learning this from a guy smoking ganja. Okay. Yes. They gonna be like, where did you learn this from? Well, I learned this from a guy with face tats, a neck tat, and smokes marijuana. They gonna be like, man, he's smoking some. Man, be careful. He probably smoking a little too much. You don't know what he got in there. And I'll be like, damn, you don't smoke at all, and you pay bills using income. So who's the high one? Well, let's say who's the low one. Maybe you should get high. Okay. We had 12 USC 1431, family. Powers and duties of the banks. All right. Powers and duties of the banks. Powers and duties of the motherfucking banks. All right. Let's read. A. It says borrowing money. Okay, first power and duties of the damn banks, family, is to borrow money. Now, for those that put the foes up, all right, I'm here to ask you, who the fuck, and hear me carefully, who the fuck told you were supposed to pay the banks back? All right, just think about that before you comment. I want you to don't think about the repercussions of what you thought would have happened if you didn't pay it. Just think about, all right? Think about that. Who the fuck told you were supposed to pay the goddamn banks back? Okay? All right, think about that. All right, the banks. All right, yes, exactly, the banks. Now, next question. Where did you read? Meaning, did you verify that? Did you verify that? Did you go behind them and check? Okay? Have y'all mama ever told y'all to clean your room and you threw all your shit under your bed and your closet, and then your mama said, you better not throw all your stuff under your bed like I didn't. And you walk out, then she come in your room and go in your bed and just throw everything out. Like, didn't I say don't throw? Because she went behind us and checked. Okay? We're not checking these folks. We going off what the fucking bank said. So let's read, family, because a lot of us aren't doing this. And I get called crazy. All because I read. You know what I'm saying? This is really the Walking Dead, y'all. All right, so let's read. It says borrowing money. It says issuing bonds and debentures. General powers. Each federal home loan bank shall have power, subject to rules and regulations, prescribed by the director, to borrow and give security, therefore, and to pay interest. How many of you are paying interest to the bank? How many of you are paying interest to a bank? I signed a agreement. What does that mean? Did you know what you signed? Did you know what you agreed to? Did you know there's benefits for you that you didn't even know? Now, if you go ask the bank this, do you think they're going to say, yeah, you can do that? Y'all, come on. That's like somebody steals something from you beside you and they help you look for it. Do you really think the banks is going to help you get them into a situation where they pay you what you paid them back? Do y'all not know how hard they're going to fight you from doing that? Y'all see why I say it's so pivotal to understand what's going on? Stop looking for templates. All right, they're going to fight tooth and nail so you don't get a dime back. Okay? Straight up. The banks is more beneficial the less you know. Say it again. The banks are more beneficial the less you know. All right. So what was I about to pull up before? Oh yeah. All right. I just want y'all to see why the bank's supposed to pay interest. The only way to pay a bill, family, is through interest. So imagine the bank's getting 100 million applications a motherfucking day. Do y'all not know how much money these banks are holding on to? So even when lawsuits come, family, don't you know the banks are only paying what they were supposed to pay from the get-go? So really they're not getting harmed by any of this. Meaning the best we can do is straighten out the record. All right? That's why they're in a wonderful situation. It's really a win-win for them. All right? It's a win-win. Meaning I'm going to hold this equity from them until they show me they can do it. All right? Now, if you put me in a situation where I'm about to lose, the worst I got to do is just give you what I originally owed you. So I'm not losing anything, because how many of you are actually going to get to this point? All right, you really got to put yourself in the bank's shoes. How many people is really going to get to that point? All right, yeah, so these banks is foo-wee, family. All right, so yeah, let me go ahead and look at this, y'all. For those that live in Florida. All right, for those that live in Florida, go ahead and type in Florida statute 8349. Hold on. Is it 8339? Yeah, okay, yeah. It's Florida statute 83.49. When you get there, comment 7. So how do we get money from banking with the banks? What, Queen? For your Florida statute 8349. How many landlords are on here right now? Any landlords? Because you're going to learn something as well. Any landlords? Yeah, I didn't think you had worded it right. Oh, no. Well, hold on, family. Hold the fuck up. Hold on. Somebody said, so our accounts are insured up to $250K. How do we get that from the bank? Family, why the fuck would you want to get that from the bank, family? If you take that, that's the insurance. No, family, you don't. That's to ensure when the account goes into default. If you pull from that, that's no offense, but that's the broke mentality. All right, that's very dangerous in this, because what would you need to pull from your insurance? That's $250,000. What would you need to pull money from that from? What would be the reason? You see what I'm saying? That's commingling. You about to go make a claim to, you see what I'm saying? Like that's commingling right there. Like, keep that there. That's, you just going to start benefiting from it. You see what I'm saying? So if account goes into default, you can bring it, okay, well, use some of the insurance that's supposed to be covering my account. But you're never supposed to go try to take from, like, well, let me go get some money from the bank. Family, this is not that game. You see what I'm saying? Y'all will never see me holding cash, or, you know what I'm saying? That is not that game, family. All right? It's insured for the account. Every account is insured $250,000. All right? So the FDIC came out in, what, 1935? 1935, originally all accounts was insured for $2,500. All right, now that it's 2023, every account is insured $250,000. So from 2,500 to 250,000, that's how much the securities has been. You see what I'm saying? Has been doubling, tripling, quadrupling. All right, meaning we're not in no motherfucking recession, family. All right, we ain't in no fucking recession. It's just about the ones that know and the ones that don't know. When you can overstand, you're supposed to just use straight credit. All right, that's how you're supposed to be living. Straight credit. Credit is king. No cash. All right, no cash. All right, so yeah, but good shit. Like I say, we all had that thought too. I used to think that shit too. How can I pull this and go take this money out the bank? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just here to, you know what I'm saying, inform you. All right, so we at 83. We at Florida statute 8349. It should say landlord and tenants. So put 4 when you get there. All right, go ahead. Let me know when you get there. Comment 4 when you get there. We at Florida statute 8349. For those that live in Florida, here you go. For those that live in Florida, here you go. All right, let's read. Let's read. Make sure y'all tagging folks that got leases, especially in Florida. Here we go. Here we go. It says deposit money or advance rent. Pause. Pause. What's the difference between advancing rent and prepaying an account? We're on Florida statute 83.49. Can somebody put that in the chat? Put that in the comment. Yeah, I didn't authenticate shit, y'all. I didn't authenticate nothing. I haven't. Everything is already authenticated. Yeah, it's the same shit, ain't it? You see what I'm saying? See, somebody that doesn't know what's going on will read this. Is like, aren't they just talking about when you pay in advance with your money? Like, say I want to pay for 3 months in advance. No, family. They talking about the application. They talking about the application. All right, let's read. It says deposit money or advance rent, duty of landlord and tenant. It says whenever money is deposited or advanced by a tenant on a rental agreement, pause, let me stop right there. So who's the tenant, family? Would you say that the tenant is the consumer? Would you say that the tenant is the consumer? Would you make that correlation? It's for everything, family. Residential, commercial, we talking about. Did they specify? They never specified, did they, family? All right. So again, that's the limitations that we put on ourselves. We start adding stuff that's not there. If you don't see it there, don't add it in there. They never specify, meaning that this is universal. Because if you think I'm gonna go and not use this in a commercial and a residential situation, man, you're smoking something that I don't smoke. All right. So yes. All right. This is all the same. One size fits all. Okay. Because they would have said in cases of residual rents. Residential properties. No, they don't say that. Let's read. Watch what it says. It says deposit money or advance rent is duty of landlord and tenant. Wherever money is deposited or advanced by a tenant, meaning the consumer, on a rental agreement as security for performance. Let me pause right there. God damn. What the fuck did they just say just there, y'all? God damn. Did they say pay? Have you seen the word pay? Do you see the word pay? Or do you see the word perform? All you gotta do is wipe the crust from your eyes, family. This shit is right in our fucking face. You working a job is not gonna put this in your face. It says perform. Okay, now what the fuck is the performance? Meaning perform, okay, I'm in a agreement, so I agreed to perform. I didn't agree to pay. So I must perform the execution of my application so they can use that as the payment. Okay, so let's keep reading. It says agreement as security for performance of the rental agreement or as advance rent for other than the next immediate rental period. It says the landlord or the landlord's agent shall either, now what I'm about to read, It's the only choices a landlord has. All right, this is the state of Florida. For those that live in Florida, this is for the whole motherfucking state of Florida. That's why I fucking moved down here. Okay, all right, let's read. So it says this. Option 1, they can, after they get the application, they can hold the total amount of such money in a separate non-interest bearing account in Florida banking institution for the benefit of the tenant family. I'm gonna read that again because I'm gonna read it again. I'm gonna let shit probably went over somebody's head. It says they can hold the total amount, all right, of such money in a separate non-interest. You see how they saying such money? They're talking about the fucking application. All right. Now, if you're a landlord, you're not doing this. That's your fault. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. Okay. So it says they're supposed to have in a separate non-interest bearing account in a Florida banking institution for the benefit of the tenant or tenants. It says the landlord shall not commingle such monies with any other funds of the landlord or hypothecate, pledge, or any other way make use of such monies until such monies are actually due to the landlord. Meaning, they were supposed to get that application deposited into a non-interest bearing account, and whenever the time was supposed to pay rent, they were supposed to pull it out of that account. It's that damn simple. That's what's going on, family. All right. Now, that's option A. Now, do I think they're doing option A? Fuck no. All right, why the fuck they would do a non-interest bearing account when they can put it into an interest bearing account? All right, that's what I would do. What the hell I'm gonna put it in non-interest when the customer don't even fucking know, when I can just put it into an interest bearing account and then get extra? All right, so I'm about to read B because this is what I think they do. This is what I think they do. All right, B. It says hold the total amount of such money in a separate interest-bearing account in a Florida banking institution for the benefit of who? Of who? Y'all reading what I'm reading? Who it say? The benefit of who? I'm gonna let somebody in the comments say it. Who that say the benefit of? Do it say the benefit of the landlord? Do it say the benefit of the landlord? Nah. TENANT says tenant. So let me read that again. It says they can hold the total amount of such money in a separate interest-bearing account in the Florida banking institution for the benefit of the tenant. Clearly let you know that the tenant is the beneficiary. Let's keep reading. It says, or tenants, meaning if it's more than one of y'all on the lease. You know what I'm saying? If you had a co-signer, all right. It says, in which case the tenants, make sure y'all read with me. You know I'm high right now. And I might be too high right now to be reading. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm high. You know, I'm the high guy. All right, so let's read. Y'all let me know if I'm tripping right now. Let's keep reading. It says, banking institution for the benefit of the tenant or tenant. It says, in which case the tenant shall receive and collect interest. Well, goddamn, let me keep reading it because I'm high right now. I'm high as shit right now. It says, tenant shall receive and collect interest in an amount of at least 75% of the annualized average interest rate. Well, goddamn, what is my rent times 75%? Because that's how much they make a fucking month. That's the damn rent. Now, if I go and pay on top of that 75%, do y'all not know how much money they're raking in? Do you think they're going to call you and say, hello, did you know that you can execute 8349? All we need you to do is to perform? No. Because I'm damn sure not about to call all my damn people and say, hey, did you know you can, did you know? Not if I'm thinking like a bank, you know what I'm saying? Thinking like, you know what I'm saying, a borrower. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep reading. 75% of the annualized average interest rate payable on such account or interest at the rate of a 5% per year, family. Okay. It says simple interest, whichever the landlord elects, meaning the landlord got to pick his poison. That's why the landlords feel like they empower. You're empowered to do the duties for the tenant, landlord. You know what I'm saying? You put everything you do is to cater to the tenant. You're not getting multiple properties so you can be a landlord, tell people to do. No, because once these tenants understand what's going on, ooh-wee, I feel sorry for some landlords. Some of y'all that's getting buildings and renting them out. What you gonna do when your damn tenant learns this shit? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You gonna be like, no, you can't do that. Like, okay. All right, let's read. It says, look, it says, the landlord shall not commingle such money with any other funds of the landlord or hypothecate pledge or any other way make use of such monies until such monies are actually due the landlord. Here's C. All right, post a surety bond executed by the landlord as principal and a surety company authorized and licensed to do business in the state as surety with the clerk of the circuit court in the county in which the dwelling unit is located in the total amount of the security deposit in advance rent he or she holds on behalf of the tenant, or $50,000, whichever is less. It says the bond shall be conditioned upon the faithful compliance of the landlord, meaning you have to force the landlord to operate faithfully, because a lot of these landlords operate negligently because they don't know what's going on. All right, so it said the bond shall be conditioned upon the faithful compliance of the landlord with the provision of this section and shall run to the governor for the benefit of any tenant injured by the landlord's violation of the provision of this section. Let's keep reading. It says, in addition to posting the surety bond, it says the landlord shall pay to the tenants interest at the rate of a 5% per year. Now, let me ask y'all a question. What the fuck did they just say? The landlord is supposed to pay interest to the tenant? How? What do you mean? I pay rent every month. My landlord just went up on the rent. Okay, well, that's his fault. They got to pay the shit. But you got to do your performance. Because if you don't do your performance, yeah, they don't got to pay anything, because you're not forcing them to fucking transfer the principal's balance to the principal's account for full performance. You're working to pay the bill. All right? And you're on a ticking time bomb, a crash course. All right? It's going to be one day you ain't going to be able to take that shit no more. All right? You on your last strike at work anyway. You got one more late day from being jobless. And that's probably the universe telling you, damn, your soul's telling you, sit down and read what's going on. That job ain't going to teach you this. Okay? This job ain't going to teach you this. All right, so let's keep reading. All right, so it says, we got 2 minutes. It says in addition to posting surety bond, the landlord shall pay to the tenant interest at the 5% interest rate. It says landlord or the landlord's agent engaged in the renting or dwelling units in 5 or more counties who holds deposit money or advance rent and who is otherwise subject to the provisions of this section may, in lieu of posting surety bond in each county, elect to post surety bond in the form and manner provided in this paragraph with the office of the Secretary of State. The bond shall be in the total amount of the security deposit or advance rent held on behalf of tenants in the amount of how much? Do y'all see how much that is? Do y'all see how much that is? Because I didn't finish it. Can somebody post how much that is? How much the surety bond is supposed to be worth? Come on and move to Florida. All right. The amount is $250,000, family. They write bonds for $250,000 for your apartment that you only pay $1,000 a month for. And they literally just said they got to pay you interest. All right. So, yeah, we got 30 seconds. Y'all make sure y'all tap into the class, y'all. August 19th. All right, get this information. All right, don't miss out. If you still paying bills, all right, there's a freeway. You live in the highway. Tap in, okay? The less you know, the more you pay. The more you know, the less you pay. The more you know, the longer you stay. All right, y'all. Peace and love.